Okay, it's 20th of the 6th, 2020. So, in other words, right smack dab in the middle of the COVID-19 thing. Today what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to retain this stone here. And I've got a couple of bricks. When I mix up the mortar, and I'll find out what ratios I need, and I'm using lime by the way as well. And the next video over here I'll show you the ratios I'm using. So that's what it is at the moment, and I'll get to it. Okay, I'm pretty happy about this work. Key points are that the cement was keyed up underneath and worked around so that it bonded first. If I could do this little section of work again, I would get a spray bottle or a sponge and wet the area first, just so that the cement bonded even easier. Not to the point where it would slump, but just put a coating of water on it first. But you know, this is roughed up, and that means that I can finish the outside first, later on. So that's the ratio I used. And then if I thought that it was a little bit too wet, I balanced it up with cement. I added cement to get it drier. However, I have noticed before and this time as well, that when you mix up cement, you mix it up, it seems dry, and then it becomes wet. But then with say 5 minutes, it becomes drier again to that first consistency that you mix it up with. So there's that to bear in mind. Okay, so that's it for this weekend. That's all I can do and want to do. So I've got my ratios right, and next weekend I come along with the jackhammer. I remove this stone here, possibly all of it, maybe all of the other stonework here, this loose stone, sandstone, and this one here. What I might do is go straight down, remove say this section here, and maybe, you know, key it up, build a framework around it, and pour it right up to say the top, and then sort of come out on a block. So I have a top block ledge here, but for that I've got to have a fair amount more, possibly, of materials, but we'll see. Okay, over and out for this weekend. But just before I do wrap up for this weekend, it's amazing how much materials you need. All this is in case I needed to put the framework here on against the cement. And yeah, it's just amazing. It amazes me time and time again just how much materials you need. That's nothing, that's just pots, but and all this has to be packed up, and that's part of the 30-40% added cost you need to why you need to add that amount onto the cost of a quote and all that sort of thing. It's just, yeah, quite outstanding. Okay, Sunday 5th of July 2020, and I've had to get my forklift license, and so there's the lessons during the week and study on the weekends. I'm training to transport CHEP pellets, transport pellets, the blue ones. So there's loading on and off the truck, the semi, and a lot of very complicated paperwork to learn. So that's why it's a couple of weeks later. Last time in the video there was a van here, and they were fixing the internet line, and what happened there was we had internet for 2 hours, and then we lost it. So they fixed it, they took off, and then we lost internet, but we got it again. Do you remember? Yeah, so you might remember I was talking about salting, and this is what I mean. That there, that's cement under concrete under cement. So it could be the concrete that's causing the salting. You can also see it along there. But this looks okay. So that's nice and rough, and I can put a top coat over that. So now it's just getting the jackhammer, and as I said before, just removing this stone here, anything loose up to about here. And then next weekend or whenever, mixing up and forming a retaining block there. So you can see here there's this area of dirt here, and you know, that's what it's sliding on. At the moment it's pretty dry. It hasn't rained for a couple of weeks, but you know, and also this piece of stone here, that's also got an area of dirt there. When things get wet and moist, you know, it very slowly moves, and this has got no support. Okay, so you can see here that you know, that's a pretty good design. That's looking directly down on it, and we can see that the cement will sort of go out that way and in that way. So that's a good retainer. I've got a lock-in type design here where the cement will go over that ridge and won't be able to move. And this is good, you know. Got a good slant here, so that'll rest on the cement. And this goes right up and around, and all this will rest on the cement. So that's about all I'm going to do today. So I'll get the pressure washer and remove all this loose dirt and just gouge away in there with a pick and remove that dirt, and they'll provide a bit of a lock-in key. You know, I'll push cement up under there. So so that's it for today. Okay, well that's it for this weekend. I've been working here for about 3 hours. I cleaned it all out and used a high pressure cleaner, but then there was loose stone in there, so I was swapping between the hose and the jackhammer and the high pressure water cleaner, and so yeah, we can see that loose sandstone has been removed. There's a lot more out of this area here, and I was just swapping between the jackhammer to do the major work and the crowbar, the high pressure water cleaner to clean it out every time, and just found that the hose was best to get rid of the silt out of that area there. Okay, 25th of the 7th, 2020. Okay, so this weekend all I have to do is just remove anything that is loose. So for instance, this corner bit here, I can see a crack going through here, so I'll drop this out, and I might get the brush and just make sure that this loose stuff is removed as much as possible. I think it's just sediment from the dirt. You can see here, interestingly enough, that this section that runs back here is actually a separate piece of rock. There's actually a crack right through there, so that's probably the stable one, and this is the moving one. Then what I'll do is use an industrial vacuum cleaner and just get a wire brush, anything loose, just get that out of there. And then I have to build a wall, so probably be a piece of flooring with this section cut out of it so that it runs parallel across there. I can imagine just packing this out with something. There'll be a gap here, small gap, and just have it running on an angle up here and along the ground, so I can mix up and just fill in this area here. It'll take a fair amount of sand and cement and lime, but I might do some extra shopping, have everything on hand. I don't want to do it this weekend. I want to start on a Saturday morning, so I've got Sunday if things go wrong. I can't imagine things going wrong, but I've been wrong before, and with this project, as we know from the start of this video. So I'll get that work done. I can imagine propping up the board with runners or pine wall framing going across here to the garage wall. So I'll show you what the design is in the next clip. Well, one thing I find that up in here there's like an endless gap there of fairly good topsoil, so that goes back a fair way, and I've dug it out from around about here back, but you know, no wonder this wall was moving, because we got this separate rock here We've got a moving cornerstone here that's now secured, but also this big pile of dirt and these slippery areas here. So anyway, on with the job. So yeah, that's another look at the cornerstone there, and it's just pure luck, you know. Thank God that's there, that's all I can say. So yeah, there's the cornerstone there. This is the separate piece of rock here, and that's the dirt trap up inside there. So I don't think I can do this in one go. It's just too much now, because as you mix sand and cement, it collapses into a smaller form. So I'd say 2 or 3 goes. So the first one up to that level, and then I've got to pack up underneath there for a 3rd go, and then second go, sorry, and then probably shape it up and along the side. But you can see why it would have cracked, because this cornerstone here is laying on a sliding surface, and as that moved it took out this, and then I had to dig down on the other side there and fill all this in. I have to go up to get some something to use to contain the cement on this side here. So I'll just give you an idea of how important that rock wall is. It's supporting all of this vital walkway here. So yeah, the work's got to be done.